So this is my latest scratch-built RC plane. One day I pretty much randomly decided to repurpose some scrap foam board parts I had lying around the garage, and 2 hours later I'd come up with this. I'll give a quick intro to the plane and then we'll do some FPV flying at Baylands later in the video. So this is the wing, ready to fly. It's 4 feet long and has a wingspan of 3 feet. The wings were originally built for a MiG-21, but that project got scrapped, and so I decided to recycle the wing for an FPV wing just like this. So let's start at the front. Up here I have 2 FPV cameras. This one is the camera I look through that sends video to this thing. This is the view. And the other one is a RunCam hybrid. This has a built-in FPV camera, but unfortunately it's broken. This wire you can see for the RunCam hybrid is broken, so I only use this to record 1080p video at 60 frames. That gets sent over to this SD card in here, which is a 64 gigabyte SD card. The FPV camera is hooked up to this video transmitter down here. It's an Eachine 200 milliwatt, video transmitter, and it has a little antenna here. And this is the battery. This big battery is for the motor back there. And these batteries go to each one of these FPV systems. So they're both independent. This big battery can give me around 7-ish minutes of flight time. I can also run smaller ones, such as this 1500 4S. This will maybe give me around 5 minutes, depending on how I fly. But this one is really good. These Turnigy batteries are really good. Long wire back here is the receiver that talks to this radio. We have some servos in the wings. These are the elevons and the rudder. And back here we have a Sunny Sky 2212 980 kV motor. Let's get in on that. 980 kV motor spinning a, let's see, what is this? This is a 9x6 propeller. This gives plenty of thrust. Thrust to weight is way more than 1, so I can do vertical. And here are the controls. So up and down on the stick are the elevons, and left and right is the aileron function. And I have this hooked up to the rudder. I don't really use it too much. And then I have a throttle disarm switch here for safety. I flick that off, and then that is what it sounds like. And arming is off, and so the throttle doesn't do anything now. And that's pretty much it. So this entire wing is pretty much just made of Dollar Tree foam board. These wings are made of 2 sheets of foam board in the front to make a step or a KF airfoil profile kind of. So there's a step right here. And this is a wooden spar, and I also have wooden reinforcements in the elevons just to keep them from deflecting too much. In the front, to support these cameras, we have a little balsa piece just so it doesn't wiggle around too much in flight. And at the bottom you can see the spar a little bit better. And yeah, everything else is just one layer of foam board pretty much. The motor mount, this is just a foam board rectangle, 1 layer, just folded around 4 times and glued. And super simple build, and it flies great, so yeah. And last thing, the CG on this thing, or the center of gravity where it balances, it's pretty important. And if it's too far back, it can be really unstable in flight. But if it's too far forward, then these elevons don't really do anything, and you just kind of nose into the ground every time you try and turn. So I have these markings on the wing here, and there's one on the other side too. And that's where I can pick it up, and it should balance around this point. So this is kind of a top-down perspective. So the center of gravity should be like right about here, and then it'll fly great.